Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I got an old friend. Hang on. Yeah, that's marvelous. Yes. Once again, I am using the 8 o'clock pumpkin spice to celebrate the return of autumn. And I had this a couple weeks ago. And yeah, it just is so fitting right now, even though this time around it's warmed up a little bit. We have some warmer temperatures now. That's kind of par for the course for Northeast Ohio. We do have those swings in the during the autumn season, and we'll probably have some cool weather approaching. We'll have that first frost, and then it'll get really nice and warm. And we'll be going into Indian summer, which is really, really wonderful time of year. So, but yeah, that's kind of par for the course for autumn. Anyhow, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thank you very much. I appreciate the ride. Boy, we got a lot of great stuff here this morning, and I might as well get rid of the elephant in the room because you're probably going to see it throughout the broadcast. Let me show you what I did to myself last week. Last week right here. See that? Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, that's a blister. I burned myself. I was reaching into the oven to remove a skillet that had a chicken pot pie in there, and I had the hot pot holder. Not a glove hot pot holder, just a loose hot pot holder, and I put it around the handle, and obviously I missed an area of that handle, and I caught myself there, and yeah, it blistered up, but it doesn't feel bad or anything like that. It's just going through the healing process. So that's nature's Band-Aid is what I've been reading online. If you know of any home remedies to help speed along the process, please let me know. Last couple of reviews I've done, I have been kind of hiding that because I didn't want it to be too unsightly, but you know, it doesn't look too bad right now. So I might as well just tell you about that now. And if you're going to put a cast iron skillet into an oven, make sure you get a full gloved hot pot holder when you're pulling it out. Don't rely on a rag or one of those square hot pot holders. Just a word to the wise. I just might as well tell you right now because I'm going to be doing this kind of motion with my hand and you're going to see it. So my apologies for that. But again, hey, if you got any home remedies that'll help me out, let me know. Comment below. Again, we've got some great topics and subjects this morning. The viewers just always come through with some great content. My sincere thanks to them. And you know what? Let's kick it off like we do every week with a morning shaving tip. All right, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Jack Bright. And he writes, "Good afternoon, Mark. I'm staying in a hotel tonight and I realized I forgot all my brush stands and the string I normally travel with to hang my shave brush. Some quick tinkering and a well-placed towel rack sorted it right out. I put a towel around it and stuffed it into the rack upside down so it would dry properly. Figured I would share for anyone else who gets in a pinch." That is a terrific solution. And heck, I'll even use that at home too if you know, I'm without a brush stand, or if the knot is a little too large for the brush stand I have, I might even use that towel rack and that towel rack trick as well. Thanks very much for that, Jack. That is terrific. And I know a lot of wet shavers out there love to travel with their wet shaving gear, with their shaving brushes. And yeah, you want to look for some way to dry it out when you're staying in a hotel room or bed and breakfast, whatever it is. Great solution. Thanks very much for shaving. Thanks very much for sharing that tip. Thanks very much for shaving. Thanks very much for sharing that tip with everyone. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And to say thanks for you and only you, an original George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there also would like an original George sketch from me, all you got to do is email me a shaving tip. Email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it in the morning shave tip segment, you too will receive a George sketch. So thanks again for that shave tip, Jack. Really do appreciate it. All right, we're off to a great start. That was a neat tip. I really enjoyed that tip, and I'm going to try that at home. I've got just the towel rack in mind. You can see it in the background when I do my shaving video reviews, and we'll see how that works out. Really looking forward to that. And I forgot to mention, I'm using my Starbucks coffee mug that celebrates Ohio. I forgot to mention this very kindly. This was sent to me very kindly by viewer Beth Jones. So thank you again, Beth. Really do appreciate it. And it serves as a reminder that Chardon is going to have their first Starbucks coffee shop opening up soon. They're building it right now. It should be opening, I think, maybe within the next month, I think. So Chardon will have a Starbucks, so you can go there and get a cup of coffee. Well, as for us, right now, let's go back for a refill. Okay, yeah, I did go back for a refill. I absolutely did. I know when I start shooting this video, in between transitions and that sort of thing, I'm going right over there for a refill of coffee, and it's great. And this 8 o'clock pumpkin spice is really, really terrific. It's definitely a favorite this time of year. All right, we got some great topics in the refill. 2010 viewer 2010 Stoof writes, another mirror trick is Barbasol on the mirror. Works in your car too. Yeah, this was a shaving tip we got from a viewer. In order to defog your mirror during a really, really hot shower so that your mirror wouldn't be fogged up after you come out of the shower to do your wet shave. And a lot of different shave soaps and other items you can use to defog your mirror. And here 2010 Stoof is confirming that Barbasol will work on the mirror. And I'm assuming that's Barbasol out of the aerosol can. That's what I'm thinking it is. So thanks very much for that 2010 Stoof. If you have any other soaps or creams or shaving creams or whatever that will enhance that mirror trick and get it to work, pass it along. We'll mention it here in the refill segment. That could be kind of an ongoing discussion. Really, really neat. Viewer Brian D. Foley wrote, pursuant to the Paul Silver Wizenit discussion, I thought you'd find this image and forum link interesting. So anyone trying to collect them all, as the Pokemon generation says, would need to find all of these. And of course, these are all the Paul Silver blades, the variety of Paul Silver blades that are out there. We talked about Paul Silver in the brown cartons or the brown wrappers. And, this whole Paul Silver discussion has come about because of the Wizenit blades and comparing them to the Paul Silver, and are they like Paul Silver? I think they're very, very close to Paul Silver. I think that they probably are Paul Silver, in my opinion. Paul Silver are great blades, but I never knew there was this wide variety of Paul Silver blades out there. So my thanks to Brian for sending that along. That's absolutely fantastic and something to look for. So you know what? Get a screenshot of what that image is, and kind of tuck it away on your phone. So if you're in an antique store or a yard sale or something like that, and you come across maybe a new old stock tuck of Paul Silver blades, you'll have some reference for it. So that's really great, Brian. Thank you very, very much. Viewer Mark Bagwell joined in on the feather razor blade discussion. And he was saying, as far as the guy not using a feather razor blade, not everyone can. You must have great technique. But some wet shavers need a little more mileage before tackling a feather blade. He also goes on to say, I agree with the Merkur 34C or G. Great razors. Now, I can agree with that. I definitely think that technique when using a more aggressive razor or using a sharper blade like a feather, definitely comes into play. And that's why I've had a little bit of trepidation before just jumping in the deep end of the pool with a feather razor blade. I've freely admitted that, and I've only used it in milder razors, like the Vikings blade Godfather Stonehenge. Really, that was a nice mild razor for me that would tame that blade. I do want to use it in some other razors now, and I feel a little more confident in my technique. Now, is my technique as good as anyone out there who's been shaving for, say, 20 years? Probably not. There's probably a lot of ins and outs that I still don't know or understand. But it is a wet shaving journey, and I'm willing to learn all the little different nuances, a lot of different shaving strokes out there, J hooks and that sort of thing that I have yet to employ. Really neat adventure in exploring some of these shaving techniques and shaving strokes, that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. He also goes to say, as far as how many uses on a blade. Now, we had this discussion as well. How many uses on a blade? And I said, 2 to 3 uses. And then I toss it and I get a new blade. And there were some wet shavers out there who will try to really push the limit and get as many shaves out of the blade as they can. 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. And really, Matt Pisarcik and Doug Smythe had some comments on that a viewer related from one of their video or podcasts. A blade will break down over time, and you'll get these little microscopic cuts. My point is, and that kind of confirms my point, it's your skin, it's your face. Treat it well. Treat it well. Use a new blade as often as possible. Use that great artisan shave soap that's out there. Use a great balm, a great aftershave splash. It's your face, it's your skin. Take care of it. Razor blades are inexpensive. It's not that expensive of a cost. So the cost isn't that expensive is what I'm trying to say. Just, pamper yourself a little bit. That's why I use a new blade as often as possible. Anyhow, he says, as far as how many uses on a blade, everyone is different, of course. For me, it depends on the blade. For myself, 3 uses on an Astra, 4 on most Gillette blades, but 5 or 6 on a Super Iridium. Love those Super Iridium blades. I'd use those even if I could get only one shave. I must love them. I have 1,500 of them. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the Wizamet Super Iridium blade. Yeah, they are a favorite in the wet shaving community, no doubt about it. And again, everyone draws a comparison of that razor blade to the Paul Silver, no doubt about it. And if you're getting 5 or 6 on the Super Iridium, good for you. That's great. And I think they're a pretty hardy blade. There are some blades that I use that I can get 5 or 6 shaves. The Vikings blade mild razor blades are one that I can get 5 or 6 shaves. But again, my general rule is 2 to 3 shaves, I toss it and I use a new blade as much as possible, including a Super Iridium and even sometimes the Vikings blade razor blades. I like the variety that is offered out there, and I like using a new blade as often as possible. So thanks for those comments, Mark Bagwell. Really do appreciate it. Okay, so this comment comes from viewer Frank Miska, and he says, "Hi, Mark. Another great Monday morning mailbag." Thanks very much, Frank. I appreciate that. In it, you mentioned using feather blades in mild razors. Though I consider myself a reasonably experienced wet shaver, nearly 10 years, I have always paired feather blades with mild razors. Recently, however, I have begun pairing feather blades with more efficient razors. Last week, I experienced one of the smoothest, closest, and nick-free shaves ever when I paired a feather blade with the Vikings blade Chieftain razor. All I can say is, wow, what a combination. Also, FYI, I have discovered my new favorite scent, Phoenix Shaving's The Beach. It's a summertime riff of a classic barbershop scent. It's fantastic, and it's also IMCDB's favorite PAA scent. Have a great week and stay safe. Well, You know what, Frank, I agree with you about the Vikings Blade Chieftain. What a great razor this is. This is a neutral razor. It's rated neutral. That's the way Vikings Blade rated. It's not mild. It's not aggressive. It's right there in the middle. I call it the Goldilocks razor. And yeah, this is the razor that brought me back to the traditional wet shave. Twist to open, nice weight. The end tabs of the razor blade are enclosed in the razor head. It's got that great looking comb there. Look at that. I mean, it really is a very smooth, efficient razor. I like it a lot. Now, they also offer the Chieftain 5BC. And you can see the difference between the two. Now, the razor head here is a little more compact. You can see that there. So the end tabs, they're exposed a little bit. The comb is slightly different. But boy, I tell you what, I love this, and it has some nice heft to it. It is a little bit heavier than the original Chieftain, and it's got that great color scheme to it. Yeah, this is terrific. I've always said that if anybody could top the original Chieftain, it would be Vikings Blade themselves, and I think this is this pretty much does that. I like them both, but boy, I really enjoy the 5BC. Both of them are great. Yeah, I think that's something I'd like to try down the road as well. Putting a feather blade in the Chieftain or in the Chieftain 5BC. Again, I've kind of relegated that to just mild razors, and this is neutral. So it's not really mild, it's not really aggressive, it's neutral. So I think this would probably be a good step for me to try a feather blade in right here, the Chieftain or the Chieftain 5BC. But yeah, both terrific razors. You can also get this in the Odin plating scheme, which is also terrific looking. So it's nice that Vikings Blade has a lot of variety in the Chieftain line of razors. Now, when it comes to Phoenix Shaving, what can I say? I love their stuff. I love their shaving soap. I love Formula CK6. I have yet to try the Beach. I've tried Good Vibrations, which is kind of a summertime barbershop kind of a scent. But yeah, the Beach is one that I'll have to put on my list. And I've seen some discussion on it. I've seen it mentioned on some different forums, and seen folks mention it on the channel and on different videos and that sort of thing. I think I've seen IMCD talk about it. Yeah, it is from what I understand, it's a great scent. It's another winning scent. So, you know, hope to get that. I want to put it on my list, hope to get it down the road. I've got some other things that I'm going to show you that I've already acquired from Phoenix Shaving. But yeah, they do a fantastic job with their shaving soaps and with all the scents they offer. So yeah, I'm with you. Great stuff from Phoenix Shaving. So thanks very much for that comment. Really do appreciate it, Frank. Okay, so this comment comes from viewer Razorblade, and he writes, I agree with you on just a few uses on razor blades. 3 is my cutoff point. After that time for a new blade. With all the blades I've accumulated since getting into safety razors, at 3 shaves per blade, I calculated my blade stash would last me slightly over 25 years. I'm with you. Have you found that to be true also? When you started the traditional wet shave, you just found yourself trying different razor blades, trading with different wet shavers, and you found that you accumulated quite a bit. So it's not like you're going to be short razor blades. If you use them for three shaves and then toss them, recycle them, you'll still have a lot of blades. I found that to be very, very true as well. Yeah, I don't think there is a point on using a blade 10 to 15 times. Plus, one of the reasons I really like double edge shaving is because I don't have to try to make them last like I did cartridges. The most shaves I could get from a cart without starting to give me irritation is 5 to 7 uses. And back in the day, I would use them forever getting horrible shaves. I'm not going back to those days ever again. That is something that I've heard from a lot of folks who've come over to traditional wet shave, that they are saving money, but they're also getting better shaves because of the affordability of the double edge razor blade. With a cart, they can be very expensive, and you want to try to stretch your dollar, so to speak. And the more you use it, well, it's going to wear down a little bit. And you'll end up getting irritation. Maybe that's one of the driving forces why a lot of wet shavers have been finding that they're getting irritation and razor bumps and that sort of thing from cartridge razors. Just a guess, just a hunch on my part. But I've also mentioned that there are some instances when a cartridge razor can come in handy. For instance, if you're going away for the weekend and you're flying out of town and you're just taking a DOP kit, you know what? It's probably just best to leave the safety razor at home, because a TSA agent has their own individual determination whether or not they will confiscate a safety razor. Some will grab it, some will let it go through. You certainly cannot take the double-edged razor blades in a carry-on bag. You can't do that. So wherever you go to, if you are able to get your safety razor to your location with you, you're going to have to buy razor blades when you get there. So sometimes in those instances, if it's just for a weekend getaway that you're flying away, throw a cart in there. And I have found that some of the cartridge razors that I use that can get me through get me through a period like that, 3 blades or less in the cartridge head. And that seems to work for me. And again, I haven't used cartridges to the extent where they're wearing down that much. I'm using, double-edged razor blades and a safety razor. But again, there are going to be those instances where it just makes more sense because of security issues and that sort of thing, just to throw a cartridge razor in a DOP kit in your carry-on and use that. But I agree with you. They can get really, really expensive. And if you're using them every day, I guess there would be that tendency to try to stretch your dollar so that you are using it over and over and over again to try to get the value out of it. And you end up actually, getting some irritation from shaves and that sort of thing. That makes sense. So thanks very much for that comment. Really do appreciate it. Thanks again to everybody who contributed to the refill this week. Really do appreciate it, gentlemen. And we'll do it again next week. Okay, it's that time of the show where we get to check out some new shaving gear. Wow, we got a lot of great stuff in the new gear segment this morning. We are just stacked and stocked, really. Just recently, I got an email alert from Swiss Shave. They used to be known as Global Shave Clubs International. And they have a new adjustable razor called the Excalibur Adjustable razor for $29.99. And they write here in their ad, imagine an all-brass, well-made, adjustable, double-edged safety razor for $29.99. Introducing Excalibur, perhaps the best bang for your shaving buck to come along in quite a while. Excalibur features an adjustable head without presets and 8 different positions. This makes the head adjust infinitely across its blade gap range. All brass construction, 4 ounces in weight, 4-inch long handle, 1-year warranty to the original owner, misuse excluded. So I thought I'd pass that along to you. That is on their website right now for sale. If you're interested, I have not tried it. Again, I just got an email alert on it recently, so I just wanted to pass that on to you. It looks like a nice razor for just under $30. Viewer Raul Alberto de la Rosa sent me a link to AliExpress. The only thing I can call this is a double-edge shavette. That's what I'm calling it. It looks like a razor paddle of some kind. You unscrew the razor head from the middle there. You take off, I guess you would call it the base plate or the mounting plate, and then you drop in a double-edged razor blade and you screw it back on, and now you have a double-edge shavette or a double-edge straight razor for shaving. I haven't tried this either, but I'll get you the link if you're interested in something like that. Kind of a different approach to using a shavette. AliExpress calls it stainless steel shaving razor men's shaver. I'm calling it a double-edge shavette. So again, I'll have that link below if you're interested in that. Looks rather interesting. Bob LaRoe sent along this, saying this was inevitable. Might be fun to mention on Monday morning mailbag. Yeah, it's Stirling Pumpkin Spice Shave Soap. Again, that time of year when these kinds of scents come out. And here is one from Stirling. So if you're interested in that, thought I'd pass that on to you. Thanks very, very much for that, Bob. Elizabeth Sanders Jones sent along a link, and she wrote, "Good morning, Mark. I just finished watching your Monday morning mailbag video, and I remembered running across these Gillettd Rube blades, and I thought I would send you the link through Amazon. I have not tried them, so I cannot give my opinion, but I thought I would just pass this along to you. Have a great rest of the week." Yeah, again, every time I turn around, there's another great blade out there, and honestly, this is the first I've heard of Gillettd Rube blades. It seems that Gillette makes just a ton of different double-edged razor blades out there. If you've used the Rube blade, please comment below and let us know what you thought of it. I'm interested in getting a few samples. Maybe I'll go up to tryablade.com and get a few there. Yeah, that looks really, really interesting. So thanks very much for that, Elizabeth. Also, I made a note here, 100 blades, $29.95. So yeah, I'm at that price, I'm expecting some really, really good performance from them. So thanks very much for that. Bob LaRoe also sent along something else. He says, I prefer doing business with Amazon and looked for the Ming Shi 3000S. What I found were two that seemed similar. And of course, he showed he sent along the links. I'm going to show you the images from the Amazon product page. Now, I don't know what's going on with some of these razors that are available. If they're all made in the same factory, and as they roll off the assembly line, they're put in different cartons with different brand names, and they label them differently. They brand them differently right at the end of production. I don't know if that's what's going on, or if these are different factories and they're all sharing the same design and they're making their own. I don't know. But the Ming Shi that I reviewed recently is available on AliExpress. And this was very, very kindly sent to me by viewer Chuck Summer. And yeah, it's a great bargain razor through Italian Barber. Actually, I say AliExpress, I meant Italian Barber. It's available through Italian Barber. And it's adjustable, continuously adjustable from 1 to 9. It is on the mild side. It has some nice heft. It is, I guess you could say, in the spirit of the Gillette Slim and the Gillette Fat Boy. It has that nice quarter turn to lock everything in place. So yeah, it really is a neat razor, and it's like $16. So here are some other options from Amazon that are identical, it looks like, to the Ming Shi 3000. So if you're interested in the Ming Shi 3000, and I don't know, let's say you got an Amazon gift card or something like that, here are a couple links here to razors that are identical, I guess, to the Ming Shi 3000. So there you go. Thanks very much for sending that along, Bob. Really, really do appreciate that. Bob also sent along the following. Though I'm perfectly pleased with my Bicrops bowl with ridges and a thumb rest, like the Captain's Choice bowl, I thought I'd try this Jimay marble shaving bowl. It lacks ridges, yet with my Yaqi synthetic brush, I was able to whip up a good lather. The selling point with the Jimay is warmth. I soaked the bowl in my basin of hot water and the lather stayed warm. The bowl is just the right size to keep in one's hand, not too heavy, and has rubberized discs on the bottom to keep it from slipping on the counter. I tried the Gillette 7 o'clock blade and had an acceptable shave. The bowl has an attractive, rich look, and if you don't care for it, use it as a candy dish. I will link this also, and it's really neat that you mentioned the soaking in the bowl to get that warm lather, because that's what we talked about in last week's tip. And really neat you should mention that, Bob, so thanks very much for that. And again, there's another marble shaving bowl that you can use. And I know that they advertise it, or I think on their Amazon product page, I looked at it before it looks like they're advertising it with multiple uses. You can use it as a shaving bowl, you can use it as a candy dish, you can use it for whatever you want to. They're trying to cover as many bases as I can. It's a versatile kind of bowl, but it looks like it would make a great lathering bowl. So thanks very much for that, Bob. Really, really do appreciate that. Jimmy V Photography wrote, "Hey, Mark, because you head shave, you might not have received any feedback on the PAA shampoo and conditioner. I have really long hair, and let me tell you, these shampoos are the best I've ever used. I have the shampoo for Diver Down and Black Droid. The shampoo for Blue Samhain is coming with my order for that scent line. Like all the PAA scents, it's not overpowering. You do get a little hint of the scent in the hair after it dries, but it does smell really nice while lathering up the hair. Oh, the deodorants are great too. Have a great day, Jimmy." Wow, that's great to hear, Jimmy, and you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to use the shampoos at all, although I think on my next order, I will look at some of the bar and bath soaps because they do have some great scents there. They've got Diver Down, and I think they also have Black Droid. So probably have to add a couple of those to my order to experience that. That's great. So you can kind of get a shower, say with Club Guy, and then get a Club Guy shave. That looks like that would work for me. But it also allows me to segue into a couple of new shaving soaps that Phoenix Shaving just introduced here in the last week, and I have both of them here, and I've shaved with one, and I am readying the review. And the first one is Ciderhouse 5. This is absolutely wonderful. And I've been holding it like this when I did the review, so you could read it like that, but the label is actually meant to be displayed that way. But I'm holding it like this so you could read Ciderhouse 5 there. But either way, either this way or this way, know that it's a great scent. And the scent profile is pipe smoke, mulled cider, oak wood, dried leaves, linseed. It is fantastic. It is definitely a beautiful autumn scent. You definitely get that apple scent from it. You do get a little bit of the pipe smoke. It's a beautiful scent. It really is. I happen to remark in my review, and again, I hope that runs this week if I get it all edited together. I happen to remark that it just reminds me of walking into some of these fruit markets in the area, Sage's Apples and Patterson Fruit Farm, this time of year, on those cool, crisp days when you walk in and they have all their apples in all the bins and on the tables and everything. That's what this smells like. It's absolutely wonderful. And it's not overpowering, but it's just enough. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. It also has a nice warmth. I think it's the pipe smoke aspect that brings out that warmth. I want to say warm apple pie or warm apple cake. So it does remind me of my mother because she made the best apple pie and the best apple cake. And this is an absolutely fabulous scent. And of course, I went ahead and got the after-shaving cologne and the balm. So I got both of those bases covered there as well. All the bases covered. So Ciderhouse 5, really a great autumn scent. So if you're like me and you love apples, this is definitely the scent for you. It really is terrific. Just a great scent for the autumn. Now, the other shave soap that was introduced this last week, and I think it just came back too, as a matter of fact. Let me see. The epic return of Blue Samhain. I'm looking at the product page right now. There it is right there. This is an absolutely wonderful scent. Wow. This just arrived. It knocked my socks off. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to reviewing this. This is a fantastic scent. And check out that artwork and that label right there. It's the holographic label. But again, I don't know who's doing the artwork for Phoenix Shaving, but man, you knock it out of the park every single time. And check out the scent profile. Sandalwood, burnt sugar, bourbon, and pumpkin. It's oak barrel aged. This is absolutely everything that I've just listed right there. And I definitely get that burnt sugar and bourbon there. That is, I am so looking forward to shaving with this. I did get it in Formula CK6. And yeah, it's just going to be a great autumn/Halloween shave soap, really. And this is something I look forward to using year round too, as a matter of fact. It impresses me that way, that I can use this year round. Really, really looking forward to using this. This is absolutely fantastic. So they're the two shave soaps that I'll be reviewing here. I've got the review already completed. I'm editing it. Hopefully I'll get it this week, hopefully. And then Blue Samhain I'll be reviewing soon as well. But I can tell you both these scents are just absolutely wonderful. Great autumn scents. Just terrific. And again, if you love apples and you love that whole autumnal vibe, going to fruit markets and crisp days, cool nights, that sort of thing. This Ciderhouse 5. This is definitely for you. And of course, this Blue Samhain. Again, the scent profile has a little bit of sophistication to it. It really does. It really does. But because of the pumpkin that's in there and the sandalwood and the burnt sugar, I mean, it just has that pumpkin adds a little bit of that autumnal vibe to it. But that's why I say I think I can use this year round. And I'm really looking forward to it. I am really looking forward to using and reviewing this. So that's kind of the long and short of it this week with new shaving gear. Oh, you know what? Before I go, no, wait a minute. I got something else to show you too, as a matter of fact. Viewer Fernie Beck happened to see my review on the Merkur 25C. This is that open comb, long-handled razor from Merkur. This did a wonderful job. I got a wonderful shave and had a really nice low profile to the razor head. Really terrific. Really enjoyed the shave with this razor. Well, he sent along a 23C, which is the closed comb version of the 25C. And you can see the difference in the razor heads right here. You can see that, but the handles are identical, but you can see that the 23C has that classic Merkur style razor head right there, whereas the 25C is a little slimmer. I'm trying to see it myself. Okay, it's a little slimmer, as you can see right there. So I'm looking forward to doing a comparison video of these. I don't know if I'm going to do a video of this and then do a comparison video of the two, or just go right in and do a comparison video right off the bat, because I've already shaved with the open comb version of the razor. And again, got a great shave with it. So looking forward to using this and reviewing it. And again, boy, these are really well-made razors. And they're at a really nice price point. So you might want to consider them. Nice weight. Again, it looks like the handles are identical. It's just different razor heads. So again, the 25C here, which is open comb, has a slimmer profile than the 23C. 23C has that classic Merkur razor head. So really looking forward to using those. Really terrific. Also, wanted to update you before we go on the Yaqi single edge razor head. I did a review of this. Wow, this was mild yet highly efficient. Now, again, I'll have a link below to this on AliExpress. This is a $9 razor head. And this came courtesy of Chuck Summer. Thank you very much, Chuck. The chrome version is, as of this video, still not available. The gunmetal and the black versions are available. I think they're like $9.50. And in looking at some of the reviews of the gunmetal versions and the black versions, some reviewers are saying it's an aggressive razor head. This chrome version, for me, was mild. It was mild yet very efficient. I knocked down 2 days worth of beard growth after 2 passes. I did a third pass, got really close, BBS shave. and really, really remarkable, but it was not aggressive for me. Very efficient, very, very smooth, but not aggressive. And the approach also is very much like a double-edged razor. It's right in that 30-degree angle ballpark. It's not flat against your face like this, as you would expect from, say, a gem or even some Schick razors, injector razors. This one really is kind of right in that 30-degree angle. You have to play with that angle a little bit in order to get that blade to engage, but it's definitely not flat against the face. It really is right in that sweet spot of a 30-degree angle. But I found it to be just a delightful, mild yet highly, highly efficient razor. Very, very smooth with the Derby USTA single-edge razor blades. Yeah, look for that review to come up. I think it's this week. I think it's going to run this week. But I got a terrific, terrific shave with it, and a very, very close. Very, very, very close. It was a surprisingly good shave, and I've had a few shaves with this, and I've enjoyed all of them. Yeah, but again, mild yet efficient for me, but very, very smooth. So I don't know if the plating indicates the aggression level of the razor head, because some folks are saying that the black razor head is aggressive and the gunmetal is aggressive. I have not seen this listed, so I haven't seen any reviews for it. But for me, it's on the mild side, yet with some nice efficiency. So I just wanted to pass that on to you. So my thanks again to Fernie Beck for sending along the Merkur razor. Thank you very much. My thanks to Chuck Summer for sending along that Yaqi razor head. Thanks to Phoenix Shaving for making some great products available. You know what? Before I go, I got to mention one more thing. Not only did I get the Blue Samhain shaving soap, but I also got the cube too. So we'll be using that. I just got to mention this. It screams Halloween, and I also have not yet unpacked it, but I got the aftershave cologne and the aftershave balm. So it just arrived. So I'm looking forward to using all this and reviewing it. So look forward to that. If you don't want to wait for my review, order it. It's really fantastic. Order either the Ciderhouse 5 or the Blue Samhain. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And check out those Ming Shi clones. Those look really, really interesting. Looks like an affordable adjustable razor, the one from Swiss Shave as well. So yeah, that's about it for the new shaving gear this week then, folks. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, let's get some of these questions and comments. We're going to kick it off with something again from Jimmy V Photography, because he's talking about repurposing an item. Now, in the past, I've talked about how some wet shavers like to use different kinds of items. Yeah, you can say to scrape out shave soap to place in their shaving bowl or place in their scuttle. Now, I was using, for a while, I was using this corn on the cob butter knife. And I guess, again, this is kind of fitting because, we're in autumn and corn on the cob, that sort of thing. And I will use this to scrape out, just to kind of go into, if I want to use this in a shaving bowl or my scuttle, just to, just scrape out a little bit like that and then put that into my scuttle or my shaving bowl, that sort of thing. So that worked really well. Some wet shavers like to use a coin like this. This is the Oracle coin from Phoenix Shaving. They'll actually just use that to kind of dig out some of that shave soap to put into their scuttle or their shaving bowl. Jimmy V writes, "Hi, Mark. I thought you'd get a chuckle out of this. While going through some old boxes, I found this potato peeler. It actually has great sentimental value to me, as I last used it when helping my mom peel potatoes. No from the box mashed potatoes in our house. I have been thinking about what cool thing to use to get a small amount of PAA CK6 out of the tub and into the scuttle. Using my finger always seems to scoop more than I want, and I wind up with enough lather to shave 5 men and a small dog." That's kind of like me too. This fits the bill perfectly. The last time I used or touched it has been at least 50 years ago. Now here it is again, being useful and bringing back some joyful memories of my childhood. That is absolutely great. That's just a great connection to your mom and, to your childhood, to some great, great memories. I know that's why I use the butterscotch shaving brush, as many of you know. And also, I have my father's Gillette Super Speed connection to my dad. Also, the brush is kind of connection to my mom. So this is really nice that you can use that to kind of connect to your mom, some great memories, and also use it for the traditional wet shave. And it looks like it does a really nice job of getting just the right amount of shave soap for you so you can build that lather. That's great. It also kind of allows me to segue into potatoes because I love mashed potatoes. Now, I'm going to link a video below from YouTube. I think this is one of the better instructional videos on how to make mashed potatoes. I've sent this to a lot of different friends, and it is absolutely just a wonderful, wonderful video on how to make mashed potatoes. Now, he also mentions in the video to use a specific kind of masher, and I'll link to those as well. I've got one like that, and yeah, that's what you want to use when making mashed potatoes. You want that kind of masher, and you want a good wire whisk also. So I'll link to that video also. Also, because we're in the autumn spirit and everything like that, where things are starting to cool down, so we're kind of going from burgers and dogs on the grill to soups and chilies and those kinds of meals, comfort food kind of thing. Potato soup. I went to school with three guys named Kurt Michael, Scott Michael, and Todd Michael, the Michael brothers. And their family has one of the largest, if not the largest, potato farm in Ohio, in Urbana, Ohio. And I see their potatoes locally for sale at my local Marks. And whenever I see that bag of Michael potatoes, I absolutely buy those potatoes, and they're wonderful. So if you're looking for great potatoes, look for them in the Michael potato bag and also in this other bag here at Meijer stores and some other stores that I'll have below here. That's what they look like if you want a really, really great potato from Ohio. Also, Todd's wife, Jill, sent along her recipe for potato soup. So I will link that. That's posted on my blog. So I'll link to that recipe as well. So if you're looking for a recipe for potato soup, check out Jill Michael's potato soup recipe. So that's great, Jimmy V, that you're using this great potato peeler to actually use it in traditional wet shave. It also allowed me to share some memories myself from my fraternity brothers, their potato farm, and also to share some of those great potatoes and recipe with the viewers. So, you know what? Check them out and, let me know what you think. Let me know if you make the potato soup. Let me know what you think of it. All right. Thanks again, Jimmy V. Really, really do appreciate the comment. Okay. Viewer NMS asked in the comments section on the review I did on the Merkur 25C. We've been talking about this razor today. That's okay. It's a wonderful razor. And he wrote, "Can you shave a 5-day beard with this razor? Let me know. Thank you." NMS, I have not yet used this with 5 days beard growth. I imagine it would do a fine job. It would probably, for me, it would probably be 3 passes with this razor. I haven't done it yet, so I really can't say. My hunch is it'll do a really nice job. For me, it'll probably be 3 passes, though, to knock down that beard growth. However, I can tell you that one razor I have used that did a remarkable, wonderful job in knocking down 5 days beard growth. Anybody want to guess before I show it to you? Just shout it out. Let me know. Let me know if you think I did a review on it and I had 5 days worth of beard growth. Let me know if you've got it. Okay. All right. If you said the Gillette Slim, you're correct. I used this to knock down 5 days worth of beard growth And I tied it to James Bond because this particular Gillette Slim was made the year the Goldfinger came out. And I recently had it replated by RazorPlate.com, Chris Evett, and he did an absolutely beautiful job on it. It looks brand spanking new. But yeah, because it's an adjustable razor, I was able to turn it up and knock down that beard growth fairly well on the first pass, and then lighten it up a little milder for the successive passes, and it did an absolutely wonderful job. So what I'm saying is that my guess is that this 25C will do a nice job in knocking down 5 days worth of beard growth. But I know through experience that this Gillette Slim did an absolutely wonderful job in taking care of 5 days worth of beard growth. Gave me an absolutely wonderful shave. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. And I believe, as I recall, I believe it was a BBS result too. Really these are absolutely wonderful, wonderful razors. If you come across one at a yard sale or an estate sale for a couple of bucks, snap it up. They are really wonderful. They were really well made, and if they're in not the greatest shape cosmetically, you can send it to RazorPlate.com, and Chris will just bring it back to life. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, it's got that nice quarter turn, so everything locks in place. It's absolutely wonderful. So thanks very much for the question. I really do appreciate it, NMS. And again, I'm sure this will do a fine job with 5 days worth of beard growth because it is open comb. Haven't tried it yet. Maybe that's something I'll do down the road. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, viewer Paul Bayton, B-A-Y-T-A-N. Paul, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Paul Bayton wrote, "Love the videos and thank you for always trying out new stuff. In your opinion, which is the better razor, the Ming Shi 3000S or the RazoRock Adjustable?" You know what? I've reviewed both. I've tried both. And I have to tell you, Paul, I like the Ming Shi 3000 better. It is milder. It has a numbered adjustment dial. It is continuous adjustment from 1 to 9. It has that nice quarter turn to lock everything in place. Twist to open. Seems to have some nice build quality for the money. Now, again, we're talking about a $16 razor here, so I'm not expecting, gold bars and diamonds, that sort of thing. But I would say for the money, it's a good value and it's a good adjustable razor for the money. It's not going to be a top-end adjustable razor, that sort of thing. But I would say for the money, it really does offer a lot. And again, I like the adjustability, the continuous adjustability from 1 to 9. So you can get very, very mild. You can get very, very aggressive if you want to. However, having said that, for me, it is on the milder end. And again, I don't know what the quality control is on these. You might buy one and you might find that at setting 5, it's more aggressive than, say, the one I'm holding in my hand here. Maybe 5 is milder than the one you have. I don't know what their quality control is like and how consistent it is. This one I'm holding in my hand is on the mild side. So I'm looking forward to trying this at the more aggressive levels. And it gave me a really nice shave. Very, very delightful. I was impressed with it. I really liked it. Now, the RazoRock Adjustable, this is a beast of a razor. And a couple of things that I wish it had. This knurling pattern here is very, very nice. It is beautifully chromed. It has a lot of heft. It has a great razor head. I wish the knurling was a little bit deeper. I wish it was a little more pronounced, so to speak. So it would offer a little more grip than it gave me. I like the fact that it does have that locking twist mechanism in it so that everything locks in place. I like that a lot. But I think that where I give it some lower points is that it is only adjustable to 3 levels. So you would take this dot right here, I don't know if you can see that or not. And if you turn it one way, if you turn it up to the right, which I've just done. That's aggressive, and back to the middle, and then back again down the other way, which is to my left here. That's mild. So you get mild, medium, and aggressive. I have found that using it at the top end aggressive level, far too aggressive for me. So if I'm going to use this razor, I'm going to use it at the medium level and the mild level. And that's it. Going into this, and I mentioned this in my review, I thought that perhaps you could tweak that adjustment a little bit. That maybe halfway between mild and medium, you'd get another setting there. But no, it's either mild, medium, aggressive. That's it. It seems that once you turn this dial up past this middle arrow here, you're already into the aggressive range. And once you turn it down a little bit, you're already into the mild range. So it's just 3 levels. It's a good razor, but for $1 more, you're getting a continuous adjustability. You're getting numbers on the dial. 1 through 9, you're getting a nice locking mechanism for only $1 more. And that's why I prefer the Ming Shi 3000 over the RazoRock Adjustable. Again, both of them are bargain razors. This one's $15, this one's $16. They're both great razors. If you have larger hands, the RazoRock might be the one for you. Again, more heft, larger handle, beautifully chromed. It's a good razor. I enjoyed the shave with it, but I'm limited with the kind of shave I get because it has 3 settings and I'm only going to use 2. And again, I wish the knurling was a little deeper, a little more knobby, that sort of thing. But all in all, a good razor. I wouldn't hesitate to throw it in my DOP kit if I had no other razors around. It would give me a nice shave. And the only downside is that if I'm shaving at the medium level, turning it down to mild, that's it. I'm not going to get in between. I'm not going to get anything between mild and medium. It's either going to be medium or mild, and that's it. Whereas with the Ming Shi, I can start at 9. I can turn it down to 7. I can turn it down to 5. I can turn it down to 3. I can turn it up to 8. Again, though, this is on the mild side, so I'll have to review it again or use it again and see what registers at, say, level 1, 1.5, 2, and see how that works out. But I enjoyed this, and I think overall, I thought this was the better razor, and it's only $1 more. And again, you have those other options of buying this through Amazon.com under different brand labels. It looks like it's the same razor. I'm not so sure about the RazoRock Adjustable, if this is available on Amazon.com. Again, a nice razor. I just think this is more feature-rich, and it allows me to explore a more wide range of shaves because of its wider range of adjustability. And again, I like the size too. This thing is really, really a beast of a razor. It's just a big, big razor. This one seems to be a nice size. So that's kind of long and short of it. They're both good, but if I got them side by side, I got to be honest with you, Ming Shi 3000. Now, that's not to say down the road my opinion might, you know what? My opinion, no, it's not going to change. It's the Ming Shi 3000S. I'm trying to be nice to the RazoRock and saying, well, maybe I would use it down there. Side by side, I'm going to go with the Ming Shi 3000S. It really is, again, more features. It's just a feature-rich razor, and I enjoyed my shave with it right off the bat. 3 levels here. For my skin type, I can only use 2. But still a good value. There are wet shavers out there, I think, that will be able to use all 3 levels of this. You might have larger hands, and this might fit the bill for you absolutely perfectly. But for me, I like this one better. I just thought it was a better all-around razor for me. So I hope that answers your question, Paul. And yeah. I do favor the Ming Shi 3000S, to be perfectly honest with you. Hey, I hope the information was helpful, and I hope it helps you make a decision if you're deciding on which one to buy. So thanks again for the question. Really do appreciate it. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so they'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. Hey, check out Swiss Shave for some great shaving gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/markserady, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.